So the second part of our lesson today is learning how to graph using intercepts. So we're going to solve for the x and y intercepts. Remember when I gave you the definition of intercepts, we're going to jump back to that real quick. We looked at the fact that our ordered pairs, so our ordered pair for our y-intercept, every y-intercept has an x value of 0, and every x-intercept has a y value of 0. So our process for solving for the x and y-intercept is to, if we're looking for our y-intercept, we look for the start. So we've done that before. And for our x-intercept, we substitute 0 for y and solve for x. So to get my x-intercept, and we solve the equation. So we're going to add 8 to both sides and divide both sides by 2. Now remember, to get an ordered pair out of this, we substituted 0 for y and solved to get 4 for x. Similar process for the y-intercept. You can also substitute 0 for x to get your y-intercept. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 8 is negative 8. So we get the ordered pair 0, negative 8. And then we can graph those on our coordinate plane. That's my parenthesis there. So 0, negative 8 gets us down here. 4, 0 is over here. We've got our x-intercept and our y-intercept, so we can graph our line. Let's look at one or two more. Same process. When it's in slope-intercept form, we see our b value or our y-intercept right away. So if we substituted 0 for x, we would solve and get 3 for y. So to get our x-intercept, we are going to substitute 0 for y and solve for x. So on this one, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And remember to cancel that fraction. Think about 1/2. You are dividing by 2. Remember, this bar between the 1 and the 2 means divide. So to cancel my division, I am going to multiply both sides by 2. So negative 6 equals x. So I solved to get negative 6 for x when I substituted 0 for y. Then I'm going to plot my two ordered pairs, 0, 3, and negative 6, 0. And there's our line. Make sure also that you check that your line has a matching sign on its slope. So my line is rising, so that means my slope is positive, and when I look back at my equation, has a positive slope, so they're consistent. Last one. So again, finding that y-intercept is pretty straightforward. It's our b value, our constant. Solving for the x-intercept, we substitute 0 for y to solve for x. So the first thing I'm going to do is cancel my plus 2. And then to solve for x, I can either do this in 2 steps or I can do it in 1. And I'm going to show you both ways so that you can choose which method makes more sense to you. I'm going to show the 2-step process first, and then I'll show the 1-step process. So again, this bar between the 2 and the 3 means divide. So I'm going to multiply by 3 to cancel my denominator. And then divide by the negative 2 to solve for x. So there's my ordered pair. If you can keep track of a little bit more all at once, instead of doing it in 2 steps, you can multiply by 3 and divide by negative 2 at the same time. So then over here, the 3's and the 2's cancel, leaving us with x. And then over on the left-hand side, our negative 2's cancel, leaving us with 3, giving us the same x-intercept. Then we plot our points, 3, 0, and 0, 2. Make our line. And make sure that the line matches the sign on your slope. My line is falling and my slope is negative, so they're consistent.